Hi there, Zam here for NerdTube, and welcome to Under the Radar Reviews, where I'll be reviewing the original trilogy of Johnny English. Now, there is a fourth Johnny English movie on the horizon, so to speak. In 2025, Johnny English 4 will probably be coming out. That has been confirmed. There tends to be a Johnny English movie every 7 or 8 years after the previous one, with the first one in 2003, second one in 2011, and the third one in 2018. So by the time 2025 hits us, it will be 7 or 8 years later, which is ample time for another Johnny English film. And Rowan Atkinson, by that time, will be 70 years old. Now, what makes this trilogy so fun to watch is that it reminds you of the spoof comedies of like the early 80s, like your Naked Guns and your Aeroplanes and Top Secret, which is probably something that is more aligned with this. Hot Shots, all of that, those really great spoofs. Now those spoofs knew they were spoofs, and they played themselves up as spoofs. This film is a spoof to a degree, because it's the incompetence, like when you watch Leslie Nielsen in the Naked Gun films, fucking up as he does at times, like maybe like dropping something really expensive into a fish tank with a very exotic fish that is trying to eat the expensive item, and he tried to fight that without the person who owned the expensive item noticing what's going on. That's level of comedy in this spoof. That's the sort of stuff we're getting, and Rowan Atkinson's Johnny English does that quite a lot throughout the first three movies, well, the entire trilogy. I will say that I thought each movie got generally better and better as it went along, because with the third movie, which is my favorite of this trilogy, I was laughing my ass off. I found certain scenes to be so funny that I thought I was going to die of a fucking heart attack, especially the virtual reality scene, which absolutely fucking killed me. I couldn't get enough of that. And what also makes this trilogy so great is Rowan Atkinson himself being not only a good actor who can pull off a role like this, he's made for a role like this. He's also a very physical comedian. I apologize about my parrots there. He's a very physical comedian as well, so he can give that physicality to a role like this. And there's moments when you feel he's being very Blackadder-ish, and there's moments when you feel he's definitely being Mr. Bean, and it's like a merger of the two. When you're watching this, it's excellent. And I don't think this trilogy gets enough praise, because it's a lot better than people kind of remember it. Especially, as I said, the third movie is pretty good. I thought the first one was okay, with John Malkovich trying to be the King of England and all of that. It was alright. The second one was a little bit better when it came to a drug that can mind control people, and this is the sort of stuff that kind of relates to Naked Gun, because there are some similarities when you're watching this, with some of the comedy styles and some of the plot lines. But the third one, when it came to like a tech billionaire who's trying to take over the world, I thought that was a little bit better as well. But just seeing Johnny English trying to be this suave, smooth, sophisticated character, he wants to be like a James Bond. He considers himself to be the James Bond. Obviously James Bond doesn't exist in this universe, but he just keeps bumbling his way through things, and it's just so funny how he does, how all of this portrays in front of us, yet somehow not only is he very incompetent, but at the same time his incompetence is his saving grace. It gets him out of jams and pickles, stuff that he doesn't even realize happening to him. He's very Mr. Magoo like. It can be quite hilarious at times, and at the same time there's moments where he's so unorthodox that you have to give him credit for getting himself out of other problems and scenarios and situations. So there's all manners of things happening. Sometimes you can see like the cock up happening before it happens, because you know where certain things are happening. Like they almost like portray it to you, like with, for example, a naval captain of a nuclear submarine mentions to Johnny not to use any analog phones near the submarine because it will set off the nuclear warhead. Now, why is she telling you this? Why is she telling him this? Because you know something like that's going to happen at some particular point, and it does. You know, and if Johnny English happened to be on a phone which is near the submarine, he's not even on the submarine, but he's near enough, and he accidentally presses certain buttons which sets off the nuclear codes. You know, coincidentally, which sets off a nuke. It's like, what the hell, you know? But it's just what makes this so funny at times, you know, and very enjoyable. And it has to be somebody like Rowan Atkinson at the helm of this to really pull it off, because he is a comedian, a comedic actor of that era of the aeroplane movies and Hot Shots and Top Secret, which is more like this, and Naked Gun, which is similar to this as well. So he gives that era of comedy life in this type of comedy, in this particular comedy, because you need somebody from that era to pull it off, and he is that man from that era. So I'm really looking forward to the fourth Johnny English movie, because it takes somebody from yesteryear to make it happen, and I can't wait. I'm not going to mark this trilogy. I just recommend watching it if you want a good laugh, if you want to watch a good spoof. Then this is definitely down your alley. If you like spy movies, you like comedies, a mixture of both, it's much better than, say, for instance, The Union, which is a spy comedy. This is Johnny English is far better than that. So yeah, if you want to watch something which is meant to make you laugh and all of that, then this is it. This is definitely it. You can't go wrong. Perfect actor, perfect scenarios, you know, perfect genre. It's just great. I love it, and I can't wait for Johnny English 4. Let me know what you think of the Johnny English trilogy. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to NerdTuber on various social media channels, including YouTube and TikTok. Take care now. And if you've already forgotten, the name's NerdTube. Remember it.